chose to add. And I really regret that in many ways, because they are, once I tried them, they became favorites right away. The first one that I'm going to share with you is absolutely one that I would beg, borrow, and steal for probably, and it is Serenity. Hold that up where you can see that. Serenity. It really is just what it says that it is. I love this oil. Serenity is also known as our calming blend. And what it really just provides and promotes relaxation. Recently, I shared with someone who has always taken has always used something to aid in a restful night's sleep and is new to essential oils, and I recommended Serenity to her to use to diffuse. And she told me, she's been married almost 50 years, and she said that her entire married life she has always used something. And she said just something over the counter. But she said that once she began diffusing, she said she absolutely could not believe how restful her sleep was from using Serenity. Now, personally, I use it for other things than just a restful night's sleep. I use it because I happen to homeschool my children. So maybe, maybe you might think I need to be calm a little bit. Well, you're probably right. I need some of that in the day. Today was one of those days I could have taken a bath in this stuff today. But anyway, Serenity is one of my all-time favorites. And just so you know a little bit about Serenity, it's kind of it's a sweet and a warm, it has a sweet and a warm scent to it. And let's see if I have anything else. It lessens feelings of tension and it calms one's emotions. So that tells you a little bit about Serenity. The next one that I'm going to talk to you about is Elevation. Elevation is also known as our joyful blend, and it's an energizing and it's refreshing. The aroma that Elevation has is it's a floral and a sweet and a citrus all mixed together. So this is a really nice, you just take it and just take some nice deep breaths of it, and it's just promotes a joyful, just feelings of joy and just elevation. If you have ever read Jackie Ritz's story of the first oil that really began to make such a profound difference in her life, it was this oil right here. And a really neat story. If you've not ever had the opportunity to read that, you should sometime. But Elevation is one of my favorites. The next one is Balance, known as our grounding blend. And it just promotes just a sense of balance, relaxation, helps to calm anxious feelings. And the scent that it gives is an airy, fresh, kind of a sweet and woodsy smell to it. I don't know if y'all are noticing a trend with any of these oils that I've mentioned: Serenity, Elevation, Balance. And then one more is my last one that I absolutely love is our Focus Blend Intune. And you'll see that Intune comes in its own roller bottle. And this was actually the first doTERRA oil that we ever tried as our family. And that's why I'm here today, actually. So no, this is not one that I waited long to get because I was getting this for one of my children. But Intune is an amazing oil simply to help with focus issues. Sometimes this is also referred to as the homework study blend. And it has a musky and a spicy kind of earthy scent to it. Simply just helps one to stay on task and to focus. And so that's another one of my faves. And, there's one that is not a blend, but I'm just going to throw it in very, very quickly. That is one of my favorites too. And it's funny because the first time that I really ever smelt this, I knew immediately why I liked it so much. And it's patchouli. And patchouli is one of my favorites. It's actually, it's not a blend, but patchouli is a bushy herb from the mint family. And patchouli is used in the perfume industry in many, many perfumes. And as soon as I took the cap off this and smelled this, I know this has to be in the perfume that I have worn for like 133 years. I'm confident of that but I just love the scent of this. And would you like to know some of the effects of patchouli? It's a grounding, balancing effect on the emotions. And then just a couple of other things that patchouli is also known for. It promotes a smooth, glowing complexion, reduces the appearance of wrinkles, blemishes, and skin imperfections. You can actually take this and put some in your moisturizer, a couple of drops in your moisturizer to help promote that healthy skin. So anyway, that one was one that I threw in there, Catherine. Sorry. Okay, you take it away. It's your turn.
Okay, thank you so much. Those are great. And, when we talked about the fact that we had such a hard time dividing them up because we need so many of the same things and we love so many of the same things. So we just said, okay, we just have to divide them up. So all the ones that she named are definitely on my list and for the same reasons. But so mine starts with bergamot. Okay, I love bergamot. I'm going to go ahead and screen share the approved claims list. And listen, for those of y'all who don't know that this is available, we do have it in our Dropbox, and I am going to be sure that it's in our files in our group. But it's wonderful. It's calming and soothing. It supports your emotional balance. It reduces your response to all the different stressors. So when you talk about your stress system and you talk about emotional, environmental, mental, performance, physical, all those stressors your body handles them so much better when you're using bergamot. I wish I would not have waited so long to get it. I really do. And now it's one of the ones that I don't ever let myself run out of. When I get down to that eighth of a bottle left, I'm like, that's going on my list because there's a chance that I'm going to use it up before him. And I mean, they last so long, you can get caught off guard if you're not careful. You're just going along drop by drop by drop by drop. And before you know it, you haven't been thinking about it because it's been several months. All right. Also, it supports restful sleep. So it is one that goes in my diffuser at night. It is photosensitive. So I'll mention that if you are going to be in the sun and you're going to apply it topically, the areas of your skin that'll be exposed, you need to be conscious to take care of not allowing yourself to end up with some sunburn. Okay, my next one is clove. Okay, now I originally purchased that one for the endocrine support because some of the issues I struggle with, it's one of the known oils to use for that. But it had so many other things I didn't know of. It's a powerhouse when it comes to supporting your immune system. You know what? I think that yeah, okay, there we go. Y'all can be reading about it while I'm talking about it. It's a powerhouse when it supports your immune system, your digestive system. Sometimes we sit around and we end up munching on things, and it's not because we want it. It's because it's more of a habit, or it's more of I want something, I don't know what it is. Well, I'll just tell you that clove is wonderful to help you with that. And then it's a metabolism system support. So our oral health, you can use it if you're into oil pulling, or even if you're just trying to improve your oral health, you can use it if you have areas that are troubling you, and it has a wonderful effect to kind of help you deal with that. And it is a great for your circulatory system. It's a great support for your circulatory system. So a lot of people use it to invigorate their circulatory system. Okay. The next one is, I grouped these all three together. Okay. Clary Calm, Ylang Ylang, and Whisper. And I put them all together. And I do, in my mind, kind of put them all together. Two of them are blends, Ylang Ylang being the single. And they're all really about that hormonal balance and helping all the parts of your body that handles what happens when you're out of balance. So this is good for men and women. So a lot of women will ask us, well, what are oils that I can use for my husband? And I'll tell you, it's the same things that we use for us. Because it doesn't matter if your hormonal system is out of whack because it's that time of the month, or if it's because you don't have those parts anymore, or they're not working the way they used to work. It doesn't matter what the cause is. The oils help to bring them into balance. So you're not adding anything. It's not giving you something. It's helping your body to function the way it's supposed to function. Well, that affects all kinds of things: your skin, your hair, your nails, your mood. So the mood is one of my favorite parts of all three of those: Ylang Ylang, Whisper, and Clary Calm. And for those of y'all that were in our class, in our group class the other night, y'all know I love how they put it here. You know that it is calming and soothing. It's good for massage. Where did I read it? I might have read it over on blend. Oh, I can't remember where I read it, but they said it's so great that it evokes sensual feelings. So that's, I think, a wonderful, it came from one of doTERRA's things, so I feel pretty confident in that one. But it is good. So you want to be in the mood? Well, the other night I said it like this: it's wake your husband up in the middle of the night kind of good. So we'll just leave it right there. But it is, those three are wonderful hormonal support oils. Now, DDR Prime is one of the other ones, and I don't think I actually highlighted that. So let me just scroll for a second. Did I pass it up? DDR Prime. Where'd it go? Deep blue. Oh, there it is. Okay. So it supports healthy cellular integrity. It is a cellular level powerhouse. All right. And with a long list of fantastic qualities, that, like frankincense being at the top of its list on its, it also has wild orange, lemongrass, thyme. It has clove in it. It has some that we don't have the ability to purchase individually. So I wish I would not have waited so long for DDR Prime. I actually was scared of the price tag at first, because, you know, it's $50. And when you're putting together your order, frankly, before you have income coming in, you look at those things and think, well, I could spend $50, I think it might be $55 on this one, or I could buy 2 or 3. But here's what to remember about this. It's really like $25, because it is a double size bottle. It's not a 15 mil, it's a 30 mil bottle. Now, they recommend 4 drops a day, 4 drops multiple times a day, but I use a fraction of that. So the same bottle I ever bought originally, those many months ago, is what I still have, and I still have probably half of the bottle. I use the drops in all of my capsules that I make up. It is a wonderful support system for your immune issues when you're trying to support your body during this time of the year. It supports your cardiovascular system, your nervous system, muscles and bones, skin and hair. It really is, because on a cellular level, it's everything, every part of your body. Those cells are going to begin to function correctly. Oxidative stress is what ages us. And so whenever you have something that helps to reduce that, and that happens on a cellular level, then you're talking about a real powerhouse. So I won't stay on that. They do have soft gels on that. So consider that. I'm at a place now where I'm starting to take a drop a day, just like I do with my frankincense. And And it's one that I won't let myself run out of that one either. Then I wanted to mention rosemary. Let's jump there. Rosemary supports healthy respiratory function. It supports good digestion. It's great for your skin and hair. It is a brain support, so it is your neurological system. And when we diffuse, sometimes we diffuse peppermint, rosemary together. They're wonderful. I like adding grapefruit into that mix. And when we're doing school, those are the things that help the boys and me, because I'm sitting right here. They're working there and I'm sitting here, and we're all focused and concentrating and trying to have good recall. And so those are good oils to support that function when you're trying to focus. Those are wonderful for that. Of course, I love rosemary in my kitchen, and I cook with it frequently. I've gotten to the place now where I have 2 bottles. I have the one in my purple bag I take everywhere, and I have the one I keep in my cabinet. And it's one of the things I've liked over the last months is being able to get to a point where I can buy some duplicates. And then when it's time for a class or a one-on-one, I'm not running around in my kitchen getting oils out of my cabinet so I can put them in my bag, because I've gotten some duplicates and they can stay there and I can still have the ones I take. I have the ones that I take to my classes in my. The only other thing I'm going to add, I saw it on this list when I was scrolling through, and it's not an oil, but Correct X is one of my favorite products that I think goes highly under the radar. Y'all, this oil is not an oil. This is a power. It is, I've said it like this before. I hope this is compliant. It's what Neosporin wants to be when it grows up. Because it's an emollient. Thank you, Cindy. It's an emollient, and you can coat a scrape or a scratch or a cut, and you just coat that with it. It helps promote healing. It will heal quicker and smoother. What your skin looks like afterwards is going to be healthier. It's very non-irritating. We have had open wounds. Cindy's experienced it. My boys have experienced it. I have. We're flat, open, raw wounds, and put Correct X in it. And it's not stinging. It doesn't burn. It doesn't hurt you. It's moisturizing. We keep I have a couple, 2 or 3 of them that we keep in different places. And it's a great one to have, especially as it says here, with your kids on hand when you're going to the playground, sporting events, camping, whatever you're going to do. It's one of the ones that you're going to want to have on hand. So that is, those are the ones I wanted to share. And let me see if I can get, now how on earth did I do that? I don't even know. Okay. We're all good now. So what do y'all want to add to that? Or I'm going to unmute everybody and let y'all all chat with. Okay. What do you think?
They are.
I'm really as I absolutely love that stuff. I think it's amazing. And I will tell you that I have had some of that crud that has been going around a couple of weeks ago. I had no voice. And anyway, just from having to blow my nose so much, I'm just going to be real here. I mean, my poor nostrils literally have cracks in them. Even it was just so bad. Well, I started thinking, why don't you put the Correct X on it and get those things healed? Because at this point, every time you blow, it just irritates them even more. I want you to know, I started putting it yesterday, and I cannot even tell you how much better my nose looks today and feels, because the healing has already started. It's at least 10 times better than it was yesterday. And I won't get close enough to show you what it looks like, but I mean, it still has some healing to do. But just from using that, I probably used it 5 times. I mean, I'm constant. I mean, I'll run, and I do it several times a day. But anyway, so I'm really glad that you mentioned that one, Catherine, because that is definitely one that I love too.
Well, it's a good sneaky way to get some helichrysum in your house if you don't have it already, because that's the second ingredient. It is frankincense, helichrysum, melaleuca, cedarwood, and lavender. And all of those are so good for your skin. And then the emollient that it's in is just a wonderful, creamy, we can't talk about that one enough. And it's not even an oil, but it sure is oil-based.